Hi, this is Matthew. I'm going to talk about another Rolling Stones album, back down to 1976 for Black and Blue. Before that, though, I want to talk about a couple of the compilations that were out in 75. Then after the main album, we'll briefly touch on a 77 live album that was out. There were a few more other live, or a few other compilation albums from ABKCO and their craziness. They put out one of kind of like demos like for other people and just other random tracks that aren't very well known, called Metamorphosis in 75, along with the ones we talked about on the other video. This contained, and I think they're mostly, for the first part of it, fixed stereo, artificial stereo, whatever you want to call it, and then the others are regular, like actual stereo. Side 1 had Out of Time, which I think I've heard somewhere else. Don't Lie to Me, which was a Hudson Whitaker written song. Something to Stick in Your Mind, Each and Every Day of the Year. Heart of Stone, a totally different version. I think Session Guys and stuff were on this one. It's a very different track if you want to hear that one. I'd Meant to Leave with the Boys, that was the manager and Keith Richards at the time. Walking through the Sleepy City. We're Wasting Time. Try a Little Harder. Side 2 has I Don't Know Why, which is a Stevie Wonder track they decided to cover. If You Let Me. Driving Sister Fanny. Downtown Susie was a Bill Wyman written tune. Family, Memo from Turner, I'm Going Down, and that is it. And then we will jump to another collection called Rolled Gold. This is not streamable. This Metamorphosis is. Rolled Gold I cannot find to stream anywhere officially, but it was another one of these ABKCO, Klein, Decca, London Records type stuff, again with the early catalog, with no input from the Stones at all. Bill Wyman, I think, did put one together, I think, for what was Metamorphosis, I think, but they rejected it and put out Made in the Shade. But his was, I think, a little bit more interesting, maybe a little more obscure. I'm not sure, but I would say Metamorphosis, if you are a hardcore fan, if you really like the Stones, go and get this one. It is unusual. I'm more of a casual fan, but I do like their albums, but it's not something I wanted to listen to at that moment. I might come back to it. The Rolled Gold, though, we'll see what's on it. I have not looked at this yet, since I couldn't find it. We start out with, though, Side 1. Come On, which is their first single ever. That's nice, to have that actually first on something. And then we have I'm Gonna Be Your Man. Finally they're together. There we go. We have the first thing they ever released as a single. We have I'm Gonna Be Your Man. That was the Beatles song. Finally on a collection together. So if you were looking for this, you've got it now. If you're at this time in 75. Or if you can find it anywhere else, you've got it that way too. In this. And then we have Not Fade Away. Oh, that's awesome. Buddy Holly. That was the next thing they did. So this is kind of a cool set, actually. Carol, Chuck Berry song. It's All Over Now. Awesome. I'm Simming It in Stereo. I don't know. I wish they had released this one, ABKCO. Come on. And then Little Red Rooster. I love that track. Time's on My Side. Don't know. I'm assuming it's the guitar one, but I don't know because I can't check it. Arg. The Last Time. Nice. I Can't Get No Satisfaction. I'm assuming it's going to be in mono, but I don't know. And that's all side 1, by the way. Side 2 is going to have Get Off of My Cloud, I assume will be in mono. 19th Earth Breakdown, same thing, probably mono, I don't know. As Tears Go By, probably mono. Under My Thumb, maybe stereo, maybe mono, I don't know, because I can't check it. Lady Jane, nice, I like that track. Out of Time. Paint It Black, assuming it's going to be in mono. Oh, it's a double album. So we have a side 3. I kind of wish this was available. This is kind of cool. If you want to find me a cheap eBay listing, I'll go maybe grab this in some form. I kind of like this. I like this set. I'm impressed so far. Have you seen Your Mother's Baby Standing in the Shadow? I've seen that movie stereo. Let's Spend the Night Together. Probably stereo. Ruby Tuesday will definitely be in stereo. Yesterday's Papers. We Love You. Awesome. I'm not sure which version. She's a Rainbow. Jabberjack Flash. I wish they put a Dandelion too, but oh well. That's okay. That's all right. I'll accept that not being there, but I wish it was. That is side. Now we're going to side 4. That ends that side. Honky Tonk Women starts the side out. Sympathy for the Devil. Street Fighting Man. Midnight Rambler. I'm assuming it's the live one, but what's the length on it? Oh, no, it's the studio version, I believe. Oh, from Let It Bleed. Okay. It's the regular non-live version. That's kind of cool in a way. Give Me Shelter. And that is the side. There was a Plus edition in 07, so it is on CD places. Why isn't this streamable? That added... Trying to find what it added here. Oh, okay, it's expanded to 40 tracks. So let's go see what's in the expanded version from 07. See, why isn't this streamable then? I don't understand. That's irritating to me. Because that's kind of cool. It was on flash drive too. Also a 3 LP set and 2 CD. And it's been digital download. I can't find it. I literally looked this album up. I don't understand. If it's available on Apple Music, please give me a link. I want to find this because I really kind of like. Okay, so here's the new listing for that set. On disc 1. We have Come On. I Want to Be Your Man. I'm just going to read it as it is and not try to find the new listings. Not Fade Away. That's all the same so far. Carol. Tell Me. Okay, that's cool. That their first self-written song. Good choice. It's All Over Now. Little Red Rooster, that's all the same. Heart of Stone, cool. That's new. Time Is on My Side, that's the same. The Last Time, okay. Play With Fire, nice. I like this so far. I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Get Off of My Cloud. I'm Free, yeah, that one. As Years Go By. Lady Jane. I'm liking this so far. This is a much better set. This is a way better set. I'm going to have to try to, maybe I can find this used on CD or something. I may have to look for this one. Painted Black. Mother's Little Helper. Ooh, nice. Yeah, this is already a much better. 19th Nervous Breakdown. I like the other one, but this is even better than the other one. Under My Thumb. Out of Time. Yesterday's Papers. Let's Spend the Night Together. Never Seen Any Other Baby Standing in the Shadow. See, already that's impressive. Yeah, that's already impressive. If they could have made it a 5-record set, they would have had this problem. But they didn't. Disc 2, Ruby Tuesday opens it up. And then Dandelion. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm liking this set even more now. She's a Rainbow. We Love You. Oh, this is much better. 2000 Light Years from Home. That was the other big track from that album. Jumpin' Jack Flash. Oh, this is much better. Street Fighting Man. Sympathy for the Devil. No Expectations. That's a good idea. Let It Bleed. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Midnight Rambler is the same version. And then Give Me Shelter. You Can't Always Get What You Want. Oh, this is even better than the other set was. I'm impressed. Brown Sugar. And Honky Tonk Women, of course. Wild Horses. Oh, it shows which ones were new. Tell Me is, I'll go through those again. Tell Me is only to this set. Heart of Stone, Play with Fire, I'm Free, Mother's Little Helper, Dandelion, 2000 Light Years from Home, No Expectations, Let It Bleed, You Can't Always Get What You Want, Brown Sugar, Wild Horses. Yeah, so 12 extra songs. Yeah, see if they had just made a third record to begin with, and then put this out. Yeah. This is, if you like early Stones, this is a really good set. I am impressed. I may try to have to find this one. That's the best collection I've seen, because it takes everything from like Hot Rocks and like adds to it. For the most part, yeah, I really like that set. And you get the first 2 singles, and it's all in order. I really like this one. If you can find it, go check it out. I want to hear this too. I want this set actually. This is really good, because it's like Hot Rocks on steroids. I'm not finding. I may have to try to find it again, but I didn't see it under compilations. So why in the heck isn't this out, APCO? But we'll move on from that cool thing to what we're here to talk about. But I wanted to at least mention it, and that I couldn't find it. I'm glad I saw this extra stuff, though. I am very impressed by Rolled Gold. I would pick either it or Hot Rocks would be good gateway albums to their stuff. To really understand who the Stones are. This one even more than Hot Rocks even would show. Really gives a nice breakdown of it. Yeah, because Hot Rocks doesn't even have like the early stuff. This one has the first 2 singles. It doesn't have much else, but you at least get some idea of what they're about here. A little better than Hot Rocks does, because they go to the second album. But we'll move on to Black and Blue in '76. These were being put out by APCO, and if I was the Stones, I would have liked this Rolled Gold thing. I would have been that's a good set, guys. I would have said, yeah, we don't like you doing this, but this is a good set. We should have put this out too, but we didn't. Yeah, if you could just add everything after that to this, you put the hits for the next 4 albums on a disc 3, you've got a really good set. If all their catalogs were unified, boy, you could have a really good set off of this, and just make it a little bit, bring it up to, where they were at this point. But we can't. But we'll move on to Black and Blue. We went back to where they had been in Germany and I think some other places in Europe for this set. Ronnie Wood is now currently in the band. He's now the permanent guitarist where Mick Taylor was replaced. And they also auditioned other guitarists while they were doing these sessions. There's other guitarists on here. Keith did do a lot of playing on here. Lots of funk and disco, some neat kind of rhythms going on, trying some different things out. Kind of a neat album. One big hit off of it, but I kind of liked it. It was only 8 tracks, though. They're kind of long. Yeah, this was a cool set. We start out with Hot Stuff, very disco-y. That is a 5-minute song. Hand of Fate, these are all kind of cool. That's only a 4-minute one. Cherry Oh Baby is fairly short, 3 minutes. Memory Motel is that's a 7-minute song. So that ends the side 1. So side 2 gives us Hinagrita is his inspiration by Ronnie Wood, a 4-minute song basically. Melody is Billy Princeton inspired thing. He has on here, that's a almost 6-minute song, 5:48. Fool to Cry, which is the big hit, at 5 minutes and 2 seconds. That's the big hit off of here. And then Crazy Mama, and that's it. So cool album. We have a lot of returning people in our personnel. Mick Jagger played lead vocals and backing vocals and percussion and piano, and electric piano and electric guitar. Keith Richards played electric guitar and backing vocals, electric piano and bass. I didn't play guitar on 4 of the tracks. And a guitar and piano and co-lead vocals. Oh yeah, there's that one that is co-lead. I forget which track that was now. Oh, on track 4, which would have been... Yeah, that was a cool track. Okay. Ronnie Wood, electric guitar and backing vocals. Bill Wyman on bass guitar and percussion. He did not play bass on track 8, though. Charlie Watts on drums and percussion. Additional people. Billy Preston is back on piano and organ and... Harp string ensemble, I think. I'm not sure why it's saying that. It's just harp, but... And percussion. And backing vocals. So Billy Preston was a busy boy this album. Mickey Hopkins on organ and piano and string synthesizer. Harvey Mandel, one of the cross they were trying on the guitar here, an electric guitar. Wayne Perkins also was a guy they were playing with an acoustic guitar, so they were trying him out, so he's on some of these tracks as well. Ollie A. Brown on percussion. Ian Stewart on percussion, not piano, percussion. He's still here. He's just a percussionist on this album. That's very interesting. Arif Martin, horn arrangement. Arif Martin, I'm not sure. Our other people, Keith Harwood and Glenn Jones and Phil McDonald and Lou Hahn. Apparently, Keith Harwood, I think, died in a car crash, so he was gone. I think there's a dedication to him on the album, I think. So he didn't get to do much on here. Jeremy G. and Dave Richards, Toponi Tabneden, and John Paul Lee, and I guess they all did some of the mixing and mastering of the LP and such. Robert Lepquith was the CD mastering and the Gateway folds and things for the reissue. Beef Eatler, art direction, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing his name. It just says Hero Photograph. Oh, H-I-O-R, like a Japanese name. And that is all the personnel there. Yeah, a really cool album, actually. They don't have the Super Deluxe for some reason. There's a couple other versions of this. They just put out a Super Deluxe on November 14th. It's December 5th as I make this. But last month on the 14th, they put out a Super Deluxe. It's the album. There's a whole bunch of like outtakes and unused material. There's a whole live set. I forget where it was. And then there's I think it's maybe a couple of discs long. And then there is a few tracks from Billy Preston too. Nothing for Nothing Out of Space, and an intro thing that he did, so you get to hear some Billy Preston stuff also on there. Kind of like that one set where they had B.B. King and I Can Tina Turner. There's extra discs, but these are not included on this. I don't really feel like trying to go find that listing. I was hoping they would incorporate it here, but they have not done so, at least yet. Maybe somebody will at some point realize that they're not on here, because usually they're on here, but I guess since it's only been about a month that it's not listed. But I do like that album. It's as good as some, but it's not bad. It's interesting. Definitely we're trying some stuff, some more R&B and disco and funk material. But it is kind of enjoyable. It's certainly different. And it's, not what you would expect from them at up to this point. But I did like it. And then we'll move on now to a live album that was also in the 77. It was a double called Love You Live, from when they did a North American tour, and some other stops are included. It should probably tell me that as I'm about to go check that listing here. Out in 77, so as we will move on to 78, but this came out in the meantime. Side 1 has an intro, except for the theme from the Common Man, the Aaron Copland thing. Honky Tonk Women. That's from Paris. If You Can't Rock Me and Get Off My Cloud are from Earl's Court in London, which is, some of this is on that Super Deluxe. It's mostly Earl's Court stuff. Happy is from Paris. Hot Stuff is also from Paris. Star is from Paris. The Deluxe does give the real name in the title also. Oh, there's one remark from the show in The Hague in the Netherlands that they tack on to this track. And then side 2, Atomic Dice is from Paris. Fingerprint File from Toronto, the Maple Leaf Gardens, where they played hockey. I think it's something else now, but they played there at one point. I think there's a much bigger arena for that, I think, now. You Gotta Move is Paris again. You Can't Always Get What You Want from Paris. Side 3 is Manish Boy. Where Elmo Campo is, I'm not sure where that's at. That's a Muddy Waters song. Oh, it's in Toronto. Okay. Cracking Up is from Toronto as well. Livid Rooster from that Toronto show. Around and Around, a Chuck Berry tune from the Toronto gig. Side 4, that was all blues stuff. They were trying to. I thought about making like a thing where you had a studio album on side 1 and like some lives on side 2, and that was going to be some of that. They didn't do that and made a regular album instead, then put this out after. Side 4, It's Only Rock and Roll But I Like It, from the Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens show. Brown Sugar, Paris. Timberlake Flash from Paris. Sympathy for the Devil, from the Inglewood Forum in L.A. Yeah. We shouldn't have any. Do we have any interesting personnel besides the Stones? Mick plays guitar and harmonica and piano. Keith Richards on lead and rhythm guitar and vocals, of course, on Happy because it's his song. Ronnie Wood on lead and rhythm guitar and some bass. Bill Wyman on bass and synthesizer. Shelley Watts on drums. Some additional guys. We've got, of course, Ian Stewart on piano. Still touring with him. Billy Preston, piano, organ, clavinet, and backing vocals. Ollie Brown on percussion and backing vocals. So he came in from the Black and Blue stuff and toured with them. And that is it. Engineers aren't quite as important, but yeah, it's kind of a cool little album. Actually, I like the Star Star is a better performance than the bonus Earl's Court stuff, I thought, from the previous album or so, or 2 albums before this, I should say, 3 albums back. But yeah, really cool album. Nice live up to that point. Kind of showed what they were up to on the tours and everything. So that's, can't go wrong with that. If you were looking for a live album, you might have picked this one up in '77. If you didn't have one, or you wanted to have, if you just like live recordings of your favorite bands, this would be you might want to add this one to your collection at the time. Because I have many more of these and many more collections, of course, of compilation albums, and still more albums to go. We're not done yet, people. Next, it'll be where'd it go? Some Girls, I believe. Yeah, from '78. I don't know. I don't think there's any compilations and stuff. I'll look ahead and see what I need to find for next time, but if there's any lives and compilations to go before '81, I believe was the next album after that. I'll have to see what else comes out in the interim. But that will do it for Black and Blue, at least. I guess there was some billboard that caused some controversy of people abuse or something, but the person who was on the cover on the billboard thought it was very tongue-in-cheek and didn't have a problem with it. There was some controversy with some of the promotional materials for this album, but at the time, people didn't like it at the time. They've since have liked it since in later listenings to it. So, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Definitely different. Cool. They're kind of branching out, trying different styles besides just regular rock and roll. Doing some funk, some disco, some R&B, along with the rock and the blues. They've and country, somewhat country stuff they've done before. So, trying to expand their sound a bit. It was kind of a weird decade. Things were kind of in flux and transitions, and no one quite knew what they wanted to make music about or with or for. So, yeah, but I think they get it more in gear in the next one. But definitely a nice go at it. Some interesting things to hear. And different guitarists, and Billy Preston's around still, and they really must have liked Billy Preston a lot, because he keeps coming back in, even though he's doing his own thing too. So Billy Preston was busy. He was doing his own solo work and then doing, at least helping them out at different times for different songs. So he at least must have gotten along pretty well up to this point. I don't know how everybody felt, but we get a lot of returning people from album to album, so they must have had some good friendships with these guys to have them keep coming back and helping them make albums. And some coming on tour with them also. But that will do it for this one, though. I will see you guys in another video.